Well, this is such a community story anyway.
Yeah.
You moved here and then within a few years have moved yourself into more different circles. You probably know more people here than I do.
I doubt that, but I've been lucky.
But yes.
That I've.
And it is a community.
It
and
really
people
is.
bring you ideas, people bring you comments, people make suggestions.
They bring a lot of comments.
And hopefully they bring some muscle. I mean, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
They do. Well, you know, I always say this, that long after Vineyard Stories is gone, what I really believe will linger are the books. And that's very important to me. What John and I set out to do initially was to capture the history and culture of the vineyard, both modern and past. So a book like Schooner, that boatyard is 30 years old. To me, that's history. 30 years ago, two guys, two hippies, got the idea of building wooden boats when they were not being done. And if we hadn't published this book, that story would die because nobody really knows that story very well. A few newspaper articles, but nobody's going to write much about it. So I feel that that's, I think I'm very lucky, but I think what is much luckier is that John and I landed in a place where there is that kind of lifeblood. And how lucky, lucky, lucky that people here on the vineyard have embraced that and see the joy that I do when I can put out a book like Last Farm on Chappaquiddick or Circle of Faith or Night Tide, using a lot of island talent, and telling island stories. Geez, what could possibly be better than that, Anne? I mean, really, and I'm not a Pollyanna, believe me. The other thing I think that these are some of these books are definitely ambassadors. I sell on the Cape. I have national distributors that move the books all over the country. They're all on Amazon. So they're ambassadors for the vineyard as it is, not as visitors would like us to pretend it is. It is what it is, which is good in some cases. In some cases, maybe it's not so good because there's some checkered parts to the history of the vineyard. But so I think of that as the ambassadors if we want to get a message out about what the vineyard is and why it's important that we preserve what we have. They're doing a good job.
Indeed. The books all have integrity. And
you.
they not only look at a chapter of vineyard life and celebrate it, but you're right that it shows it the way it really is. And I think that some of us will remember a video that was done a number of years ago that was done by summer people for summer people to attract more summer people. And they totally didn't get it.
Yes. I use that phrase often. You don't get it.
Right, right. And it's hard to describe what that is, but you've got it.